What's up, everyone? It's Derek with the Food Boat. We are back live on the Food Boat. I know I'm like intermittent. I haven't gotten a schedule down or anything since we ended the marathon. Look how bored he is. Look how bored he is. You know why he's bored? He's wagging his tail. You know why he's bored? Because I've been moving. I've been moving onto the boat, and I can't show you the boat because the boat is an absolute mess. It's got my anxiety through the roof. He's exhausted of like not doing anything. He's tired of being bored is what he is. I think we're live, and I think the audio should be working, right? The water's coming in, but as y'all know, it takes a while for the water to come in. So it's going to be a while before he can chase a tennis ball. And I've got to get my act together. I've got to get the electronics figured out on the boat. I got to get it figured out because right now I'm only running off of the EcoFlow. I got to figure out how to plug in everything so I can get the mobile camera going at least, because this is driving me nuts. Because these work. Those work. Okay, so I'm not stuck here. I can go off the back deck and talk to you. But those are the only cameras I can talk to you on right now. Is this camera and the 2 port cameras. It's good to know. I don't know why the 2 port cameras are the ones that work, but they're the ones that work. So who we got popping in here? We got Tiger, we got Transit, we got Ash, we got Viper, we got Ash again. Okay. Mariner, what are you doing? Huh? Why are you chewing on yourself? Why are you being a goober? Huh? You good boy? There's no water for you to jump in. There's no water, huh? You're just chilling right now. You're just chilling. Let me get him some treats because he's a good boy and good boys deserve treats. So let me get him some treats real quick. Stay there. Stay there. What'd she say, Mare? Huh? I got you a couple treats. They're gonna want to see you eat these treats, though, huh? That's what they want to see. They want to see the Mare Bear eat treats, huh? Bacon. It's not real bacon, but it's close enough, right? What is it, like beef jerky? I think I told y'all this, but when I lost the dock business, one of the first jobs I looked at, well, I looked at a lot of jobs, right? But one of the jobs that was on Indeed at the time was a dog food taste tester. You get paid about $50,000 a year to taste dog food. Nope, not doing it. Chilling with your Food Boat shirt on. Awesome, Ash. You're not a good boy. Nope, you don't get any treats. About 50 grand a year to taste dog food. And I doubt we're talking like farmer's dog food quality, right? We're talking like dog food. So, oh man, give me a second, y'all. I was gonna go live, and I started getting my thoughts around going live, and then I got a call from Colonel Gant, retired. What's up, Doobie? How you doing, man? So I got a call from Colonel Gant, and we got stuck on the phone for a little while. He was giving me some shit about pulling my head out of my ass. Motivational stuff, right? And I was like, all right, sir, well, I'm about to go live. Like, my live literally starts in 15 seconds. He's like, okay, out here. So General Gant, there you go. There you go. He's listening. He's listening. But yeah, he's telling me to pull my head out of my ass. He's always good for that. Like, don't forget who you are, what you've done, what you have accomplished, and to make sure I keep accomplishing more. So he's on I-95 right now driving, and just to put the pressure on a little bit more, sir, we do need to boil some peanuts on the bow of the boat right now. We need to do a boiled peanut episode at some point. So I'm still working off the laptop. And the problem with working off the laptop is right now to be live, I can't use the mouse. I have to use the mouse pad, and I'm terrible with the mouse pad. So give me a second because I'm trying to multitask with a couple things and not doing well with it. But hopefully this week I will get the PC, the desktop, actually up and in action. And once I do that, then that should make editing, next time Travis makes it back from Canada, we're on the way. Awesome. If I get the PC up and running, it'll make editing easier. And then just everything. I should be able to not just go off of these mics. I should be able to put a mic, hardwire a mic into that. I'll have a bunch more to do. The mess is bothering me. The stove is still gone and the grill is not up and running. But yeah, the stove is gone. I do want to show y'all something. Where's it at? Derek will be able to game on the boat. Yeah, there will be that too. Can y'all see that number? Look at that number there. That number is a little bit embarrassing. That number is a little bit embarrassing, but it's down from 265. So I'm ashamed that I let myself get that big in the first place. But can you see that number there? There you go. That's what it was. When Alfred Montaner calls me up and goes, "Hey man, you tired of being a fat ass?" And I'm like, "Well, good day to you too." And he goes, "'Cause I am." He goes, I was like, "You're tired of me being a fat ass?" He's like, "No, I'm tired of being a fat ass myself." I was like, "Oh, it's one of those calls. It's a challenge call." So Alfred and I have been dieting and exercising for the last 3 weeks. I know y'all could see it. Y'all can see it on Alfred when he does his streams. But yeah, I got to get down a little bit more. I got to get down a lot more, actually. Not a little bit more, a lot more. Don't look it. Yeah, well, I am. We can hand them out for Halloween. Better than me. His ears must be burning. I was just talking to them about the weight loss, and he is.
The man's a monster.
Yeah.
The man is a monster. Look who's back there. Actually,
Nice.
good old. Let me take my chit show. There you go. Take my chit show sign off. Look at that skinny man right there, guys. That's a skinny ass man.
Me or you? Look at you.
Listen, um, I regrettably have to announce that the wife has put a weapon. I'm not going to disclose what type of weapon
Yeah, you got to grow
to,
that beard out, huh?
to random parts of my body. I'm even going to say, but she.
Yeah.
So it was fun while it lasted, folks.
Oh.
I think I got too much attention out there with all you ladies.
Nah, the beard did its thing, right? The shaving the beard did its thing because your reasoning behind it was what? You wanted to like reemerge, like and work on rebuilding yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, this was kind of inspired the day I whooped Joe's ass bowling, and I was bowling and I won, right?
Yeah,
And nothing against Joe. Joe's a great bowler.
he's a great
Bowler.
yeah.
He's a great bowler. He is. But I was just better, and I love that guy. But I started seeing some of the footage, and obviously my knee and my arthritis in my knee. I was like, you know what, bro? I am too old for this shit. I shouldn't be in pain. I should, I'm not that old that I'm gonna lose weight. And then I said, you know what? I saw a couple of videos that you did on the food marathon, that 60-day, and I was like, I gotta bring Derek along with me.
Look at that fatty on the bow of that boat. Look at that fatty on the bow of that boat.
Hey,
Yeah.
Besides, I said, hey, what better way to exhibit my freshly manicured chest when I'm on that cruise in the pool. So
yeah, I might actually take my shirt off for the first time on that cruise, huh?
let's go.
I haven't taken my shirt off in years.
Well, I'm sure you have to shower, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Actually, the stream did see that during my 60-day marathon because they saw me shower off the back deck. I kind of teased them a little bit with that.
You see, I didn't catch that. I missed.
I had shorts on. I had shorts on. I wasn't nude. I wasn't violating any, terms of service with YouTube or anything. But yeah, I do want to, before we continue on, I highlighted this one question from Harvey asking, Derek, I have a question for you. How is the food scene in Charleston? Might book a 1 or 2 day trip. Absolutely. Our food scene here is unbelievable.
It is. It is very good. Yeah, it's good.
It's not a Miami food scene. Like Miami has all sorts of mixing pot type cuisine and stuff. We're a southern food scene, but our chefs here are top notch. We have chefs on Chopped. We have chefs on the Food Network. Constantly have people up for the James Beard Award and whatnot. So if you're thinking of coming to Charleston for food, you will not be disappointed. But yeah, so that now that we got that out of the way, Harvey, and let me know, Harvey, do you want to cook on the food boat? Can we have another Andy Marak episode?
And get Andy back, dude. Andy killed it. I'll tell you.
Andy crushed it, man.
Andy crushed it. Andy's a natural. Yeah. But listen, so are a lot of the people who watch our channels, right? And for me, look, just thinking about bringing my shed to the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show and getting to meet some of these people personally, it makes me excited, right? Because there's more than just a name or an avatar now. There's a person, right? So I'm excited to meet all the people that we engage with all the time, especially the ones that we engage with the most.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Fort Lauderdale.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. We got to figure out something for Halloween. We definitely need to figure out something for Halloween.
Well, listen, Joker is coming.
Joker's coming. Of course, the Joker's coming. The shed's coming. The Joker's definitely coming.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm sure he's down to do something crazy. Look, I'll say this is going to be a one and done thing. I won't do this ever again. I'm gonna bring my shed to the show, so that those that want to experience that. I mean, I can't let everybody in here, right? Because it's just
Yeah,
gonna. But it is gonna be a cool experience. You've been in the shed, and how cool is the shed in here?
it's a very cool experience.
Yeah, and when we put the music on, and one of the things I
Yeah,
like to do is let everybody listen to their own jams and their music, and just put it around the surround sound. And I
yeah.
got this going on. Maybe we could project this projector outside of the shed. This
Oh, that'd
thing,
be cool.
I've thrown some major parties. I literally got a banner from the highway one time, and I
Yeah,
put it in my backyard. I literally a white banner before they printed on it.
yeah.
I made some holes in it. I tied it up. I cinched it down with my neighbor, and we threw a huge party. We did the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Was it Mayweather Pacquiao? Yeah, I
I think
think it
it
was
was.
that
I
fight.
think I remember you putting that on like Instagram or something.
Oh, dude, it was. I still to this day don't know how I had in my whole house. The whole backyard was full,
Yeah,
like everywhere, like just hundreds of people just came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I lit up the block, and I hadn't done that since I was a kid, right?
yeah, yeah,
When I
yeah.
was when I was a kid, I didn't have no worries, and
Were
it's
you
just
waiting
like
for the cops to show up? Were you worried about that?
you're always worried about that, right? But I think that year, um, like the people that always call the cops on me were not around, or they were at the party. Something happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, they typically call the cops on me. Like if I throw a party at 12 in the afternoon, they'll call at 12:15 just to be polite. And the police officer is always like this. I'm sorry to do this to you, but it's my job. I'm like, damn, bro, what did I do now? What can you
Yeah.
just lower it a little bit? That's why I'm not gonna care what happens on the cruise, because the cruise is the cruise, and hey,
And not only
go
is the
have
cruise
at
a
it.
cruise, but it's celebrity cruise. Like Celebrity Cruise Line, the most fun I've ever had on cruises have been Celebrity Cruise Line. And I don't
Why?
drink, right?
Why though? Why?
Huh?
Why? I want to know why.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of it I think was alcohol induced because it was like with college buddies, and I don't drink anymore.
It's all
Um,
inclusive, though. It's all inclusive, so So the people that are watching know as well. So
yeah.
that's what I liked about it. I like that aspect of it.
Well, so then what I remember like the one cruise that we went on senior year was ridiculous, and we got on the elevator the second day of the cruise, right after the first night, and like people were whispering behind us, and it's like we're sitting there, we're like, what are you whispering about? And there we are on the screen in the elevator singing karaoke the night before.
Oh my god!
And like the event coordinator and everything, the entire cruise, because it was like we went on, I think it was a week long cruise. We didn't just go on the weekday, the because this one's Monday through Friday, right? Or what is this one?
I think it's maybe Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. Monday through Friday. Yeah, Monday we get back on Friday.
Yeah, so we went.
But
I
that
think
Monday is like a day off for the kids down here locally. For me, the dates. The reason I scheduled the dates is because it's right after the Miami International Boat Show.
oh, and that's
And
such a blast too.
yeah. So if you're not say if you've never done the Miami show, it gives you a good excuse to come a day or two earlier and experience the Miami International Boat Show, and then jump on a cruise, right?
Right,
Which
right.
makes it even all the better. Because so when we're at Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna promote the shit out of this cruise in February. And
Are you getting any like pamphlets made or anything?
oh, absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's a lot that has to happen.
yeah. Because Andy
Thankfully,
and I will be there. Put us to work, man. I
oh
mean,
listen, it's not about putting the work. I'm gonna need help,
oh
right?
yeah,
So even my wife is going to be at Fort Lauderdale this year, helping out, working the booth and meeting people, and I still have to film the show, right? So
right.
I'm still going to do what I normally do, but the shed is going to be there, accessible to those that want to swing by and take a look at it. I'll probably have my merch in here, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably have my merch in here, and those that want to actually purchase merch, they'll just come inside the shed, hang out, get their stuff in here, listen to a couple songs, whatnot. And then the members only who have that members only hat, you're coming straight in.
Yeah.
Straight in. Straight in. I mean, it's like, have a seat.
So for those of them who are not aware, the shed is how big? What's the dimensions on it again?
Let me see if I change the camera real quick. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can change the camera, make this a little wider. Let me see if that'll help. Okay. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a 10 by 10. 10 by 10. I got my editing station here.
Right.
Right. Let me see if I can give you guys a quick. All right. Here's my Black Point Fred. There's my my bar per se.
Yeah.
And then you have the Whiskey Throttle, and and then I got like some of my stuff up here. Now, basically, all the stuff that they're seeing in here, the majority, other than the really valuable stuff, which is not really valuable, but it's important to me, just in case, so it doesn't get lost. That's where it's all going to be there. I want them to see the shed how I normally hang out in it all the time. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And I redid the floor just now. I just recently redid
I know,
the floor.
you just you were telling me the other day.
And I didn't need to. I was like, you know what? It's gonna make a big difference.
Well, so the shed at 10 by 10, what space are they giving you? How big of a space? Are they giving you a 10 by 10, 10 by 20, 20 by 20? What are they giving?
Time out. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on a second. I'm gonna find real quick on the What 3 Words app where I'm going to be. Okay, so I'll tell you guys right now. Hold on, let me look this up. All right. So there is some changes at the boat show that are happening because they're doing construction in Bahia Mar.
Okay.
So hold on. Go through here. Okay. Wait. Okay. I am. Wait, is it here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. I should be. Is my camera picking up, or is the light too bright? Let me see.
It's picking up a little bit, but yeah. Here, let me go to just you.
Hold on. I think it's too bright. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Away from the screen. Okay. All right. It's bags, scenes, inserted. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I can type that in the chat. Bags. So if you type in bags, scenes, inserted. If you type in those 3 words on What 3 Words, or just say them, you could use the app and say it as well.
Yeah.
That's exactly where my shed is going to be. And what I like about that area is that it's very close to the food court, and it's very close to some bathrooms, right? Because who doesn't need to take a chit on the chit show? Wait for it.
Wait for it. No, what I was asking is there any other real estate they're giving you outside, or is it?
No, that's it. I mean, that's the real estate that I'm getting. So I because it's kind of like a narrow hallway, and they expect a lot of people to go through that area. I don't have any space to put stuff up front, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll probably wrap the front of the shed with maybe some cool design,
Hmm.
just to let people know that that's us. And yeah, well, there'll be people hanging out, maybe an umbrella up front or something like that, with some chairs, inviting people in, and getting their merch, and
Yeah.
and getting the experience, right?
Well,
And then
that's all.
I want to do conversations and live streams like we're doing right now.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was curious about the just you when you said you were putting the merch inside the shed, because like I was like, do you not have real estate outside? So you don't. So that's why
We don't have much. I mean, listen, if there's something that I can do, I'll do it, right? But I what Informa has invited me to bring my shed, right? I'm not paying to be there,
correct.
so I don't think it would
All
be.
that square feet is valuable. All of it.
Yeah, right. They can
Mhm.
they can easily sell that to someone else, but
Correct.
they really appreciate what we've done with the videos and stuff like that, and bringing awareness. And I think, like I said, for my audience that know that I hang out here and film and do all my editing in here, and this is where all this content from my channel comes through, I think it'll be a cool experience, because I don't bring people to my house
Right.
or wherever I'm going to be in this shed. It doesn't necessarily need to be my
Correct.
house. It could
Correct.
be, I mean, this shed could be anywhere. You might not even know where it's at, but
Mhm.
this is where I work at.
Yeah. I mean, it's you're opening it up. It's going to be a very intimate scenario there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, it might just be a once in a lifetime opportunity.
No, it's a one and done. I guarantee you that. It's
You-
like this actual shed, this one, it's a one and done. I don't care how successful it is.
What if your buddies from Dubai call you and they have that Saudi money? They have that
Listen,
oil money.
buy the entire shed. Buy it. Buy it.
They say I
I'm not
want
gonna.
the real deal. I want the chit shed coming from.
Hey, listen. If they want the chit chat, and they have that much money, then you're more than welcome to have it. But it's going to cost you a lot, and I'm not bringing it back, because that's it. This is a lot of work to make this happen. What people don't understand is that's a lot of work. Like, that's why my wife, the other day, I was on a live stream. She was like, "Oh, it just makes me nauseating." Right? It's nauseating.
Not only is it a lot of work, but you also leave soon for a couple of boat shows before getting back in time to prep for this one, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave to Europe to film the Cannes boat show,
Yeah.
the Genoa boat show, right? And I'm on really tight deadlines. Like, I'm literally flying in, and I got to get off the plane, drop the wife in the hotel, run to the show, film what I could film, without slowing down, and then have her, be happy also, because I don't want her to feel alone, right? So I got to balance all that out. Then we're going to travel a little bit, since we're in the area, for other videos, which my members will see those videos, like the members only videos. I'll tell you, a lot of my members only content, I really enjoy it, because it's the real Alfred, right? It's like,
Yeah.
and my family, right? So
Right.
so you guys get to see some of the stuff that I normally won't post on the main channel. The main channel right now is dead, because I'm not posting 100% Chit Show content. And every time I don't post Chit Show content, the robot on YouTube just like doesn't give me views.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Annie Marak asking you, will there be an easy up flagpole at the show?
There'll be a flagpole on the outside. Not a flagpole. There'll be an American flag outside of the shed. But
Okay.
but what does he mean by easy up?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he means by that. If you can elaborate on that, that'd be great. How big of an American flag are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be restricted to by what I can put, right, because of the area. But listen, if you guys watched the Toronto boat show that I did, there was a company who has a portable flagpole, which I'm sure the guys at Informa can help me pull up. And I'm sure they're not going to worry or have a problem with the American flag being positioned there. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'm just asking because I have a really big one, like not like a car dealership one, but I got one that like was
Oh,
given
God.
to me.
Oh,
That,
man.
the
car dealership ones are like the size of like
no, but
50 by 40.
no, this one I can't remember what the size is. I'll have to fold it out. I think it's probably like a 15-foot long flag.
Yeah, I don't have space for that. And you know what? Anything that will risk the American flag touching the floor,
yeah,
I don't want to be that responsible for that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what do we got? A telescopic pole. Okay.
Okay, so Andy, the one that I saw in Toronto, if you watch my Toronto walkthrough video, it's on that. And I was at the boat show in Toronto the beginning of this year. David Bennett was there also. David Bennett was there, and his wife.
He specified and said the flag pole was an easy up pole in Toronto. So,
Okay, so if it's an easy up, then that's what it is. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have that one, but I can probably get one. Who knows?
Yeah. Is Andy gonna raid the food court, and are we gonna hold a little cooking episode down at the Lauderdale Boat Show? Because I know Andy's gonna be there.
Andy's gonna be there. Why isn't that Andy on the stream? Does Andy got an invite?
Andy does not have an invite. I need.
Hold on. Let's send Andy an invite.
I'm talking about Andy Bragg. But yeah,
no. I'm talking now about Andy Jones.
Oh yeah, Andy Jones has his invite.
Hey, you got a chance to jump online with me and Derek? Jump on there. We're talking about you real quick. It's bad. He's worried now. He's like, "What the hell? What did they say?
What could they possibly be saying about me?"
So what's up with Mariner? And tell me a little bit about your weight loss. So how many pounds are we in?
So it's let me see. So we're 265.6 was starting weight.
265.
Yeah, 265.6.
That's some good weight there. That's a lot of work. It took a lot of work to get there, Derek.
Oh no, it took a lot of hard working to get there. It took a lot of cookies and all of that.
Yeah.
265.6 minus 248.4 puts me at 17.2 right now. So
congratulations, dude. You deserve it. You've been busting your ass. And hopefully this inspires some of the people in the chat to actually, join the club. I mean, yeah. I tell you, I feel a lot better. I'm wanting to exercise more, which is good. Oh, look at him right there, the man, the myth, the legend.
There he is.
Greetings.
What's up, Cap?
Just got back from Steenhatchee, Florida.
Oh, that's right, scallops. You get some?
I found like 23.
23.
Did you film it?
I filmed some of Steenhatchee. That's right where Debbie kind of made landfall when it came up from the Gulf. So shot a little bit of video there. Mainly went down there to take a look at the place and see what kind of damage they suffered and how they rebounding. And they're doing great. But yeah, there's debris piles on the side of everyone's property where they've collected the stuff. You all of us, we know the deal after a hurricane. You get your stuff and you put it out by the road, and then you wait for 2 months for the debris services contractor to come by and pick it up.
Didn't they get hammered last year too?
Yeah, well, it was less than a year. It was actually like this weekend or something last year. What was it? Adalia.
Dude, it's raining. Hold on, let me see. Go. Keep on talking.
But last year was much worse than it was this year. just talking to the people down there. But they're still, I mean, they're coming back. But I thought it'd be neat to go down there and take a look at the place. So
I went to Live Oak recently on the way back, Andy. How far was that?
I was in Live Oak. That's on my way going.
Okay.
Going at you.
So I stayed in Live Oak. Let me see if I can find this video. I stayed in Live Oak, and I was the last person at this sports grill to go in and have dinner.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because the waitress, the bartender in this case, she was like, "Oh no, not this late camper coming in now, putting me on a mission." And then there was this really animated lady that was wearing a pineapple backwards.
Yeah.
Let me see if
I've seen this one on Instagram.
Let me see if you guys see this, because they got to see this shit. Actually, this is content that was supposed to be on members only, right?
Right.
And I tried to upload it on Filmora on my iPhone, and it didn't upload. It's on my iPhone. I thought it was on this phone. It's on my iPhone. And maybe I'll just get back to it, guys. All the members on the channel. But yeah, it was hilarious. This lady was just off the rails. Like
when you say animated,
it is on my way, and they had a little bit of damage there too as well in Live Oak. They got a little bit of it.
She said it was flooded galore, and then she said that she made a lot of money because all the electrical line guys that were fixing shit were there. What is that? Oh yeah.
I'm moving onto the boat, and I'm like rediscovering all the stuff that was like hidden as I pack at the house, and I'm like, oh look, I've got a Claymore trainer at the house. So that's what that is. Front towards enemy.
Strap that to the front of your car driving around town.
Andy, the Roland, which is the guy who's actually from Seven Seas, is setting up the whole. He's doing like the whole back end of the cruise.
Yeah.
He's like, who's this Lawrence Jones fellow? I was like, why? He goes, I don't know how, but this guy already ordered the cruise. Because I shared the link to you guys before it was actually open. And then he said, how did you get past the passport part? Because I hadn't even done that. So then he said that you put NA and it went through. You put non-applicable or something like that. And it went through. And I was like, if there's anybody that's going to figure it out, it's Andy.
It's Andy.
Andy figured it out, and he was baffled. He was like, what the hell? I told him, "Nah, don't worry about it. He's good. He's good.
I wanted to make sure I got a play. I didn't want to be down in the engine room on the Whiskey Throttle Cruise, so I was anxious to get in there and get things rolling.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, to me, this is going to be one of those moments that are just like, we're going to wake up the following day and just sit down and be like, it was bad. You know, one of those moments when there's always that one person there like, that was bad.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh,
and I still got to put something together for my channel to kind of introduce that and let people know what's happening. So, and I think you've timed it perfectly. It's right here in February. People are over winter by that time. They've had enough of us, so they want to get out and go somewhere. I'm talking about people from latitude
up north,
yeah, other than ours.
Yes,
they're going to look at, and then you're right there. You're so close to Valentine's Day. You could hey, honey,
use that as an excuse, right?
Let's go on a cruise and enjoy Valentine's Day. A couple days later or whatever, and go somewhere where it's going to be a little warmer.
So I want to do a speed dating day, right? And film it. I think that's going to be awesome.
Andy, don't you dare say what you're thinking.
Andy, ladies, if you're watching, Derek is going to be ready and available, looking hotter than ever. How much more weight do you think? He'll probably be in the 200s by then. Wait for it.
Lean, mean, tan, rested, and ready.
Rested and ready. I didn't expect that, Andy.
No, Andy takes it a little too far.
Andy, listen, just bring your margarita mixer, even though it's all inclusive. Alcohol is all inclusive.
Oh yeah,
But just bring your margarita.
That Vitamixer has to come.
Just
Yeah.
in case. Maybe it'll be there in spirit. Maybe we'll just bring a picture of it, kind of set it up by the bar.
There you go. I told Joe to go, right? And Joe's like, Pilch. And I'm like, I go, bro, there's kennels for that. So, Joe's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go. So, and it would have been good,
It would have been great.
So, yeah, just
love
listen.
to have Joe on the boat. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, I tried, and I know Pilch is like, he's like, he'll betray me. I was like, he won't betray. He's a dog, But I get that.
Happy to see him when he returns. That's all.
Well,
So I made some suggestions.
I understand Joe's point too.
I don't.
He doesn't go anywhere without Pilch, and that's a lot of responsibility to put on somebody because he's not going to leave that dog with a stranger. Understand that. So I mean, for an extended period of time, that's a lot of.
Well, listen, I'll tell you how I do it on the Montaner household. I'll tell you how I do it. I put them outside.
You know how you do it.
I have automatic water feeders.
And go, hey,
automatic water feeders
around the neighborhood.
Automatic feeders for the dog. And I have a camera. I have a camera all day. And then Chapo would get out every now and then. But I would kind of call a little late to see if he was lost. And I'd be like, oh, we found him. I'm like, damn. Damn, why'd they always call him? But yeah, I listen, I think you gotta have a balance, right? Like there's certain moments when people give me an excuse and they say, I can't go because of this, or I can't go because of that. And I'm thinking in my mind, I go, dude, tomorrow's never promised. You're gonna have a moment here to remember something for the rest of your life. That moment that you're preventing yourself for not going, you're not going to remember that day. Oh, I have to work that week. Well, you know what? You got 4 months to tell your boss you're not going to go to work. And if you can't get those days off, then you might need to change your job because that's not a good scenario for you, right? If in 4 months you don't have a reasonable person to say, yeah, you can have those days off, you're good,
Yeah.
Dude.
You think you'd be able to get that worked out. So
yeah, and school. Like, you think I'm going to remember, my kids are not going to go to school. You think I'm going to remember and say, damn, that week the kids forgot to go to school. I wonder what they missed. Or, hey, we're here with family, friends, enjoying, learning. Because you know what? Traveling, there's a lot of learning that happens in traveling. Sure. A lot. So I'm just excited. And I think the Bimini experience is going to be really, really awesome. Because it's such a pretty place, like, scenic wise, and the beaches, and I just can't wait.
How pretty that place is going to be in February, in the middle of February.
When everybody's frozen,
a lot of people are going to think,
yeah. Well, when I start filming the Chit show, like it'll get like maybe November, December, January. It'll get a little cold. Sometimes it's cold on February. We don't know. It might be cold, but this year it wasn't cold. I remember the water was kind of cold.
That's Miami
but
cold.
The sun was out. Yeah, Miami cold is like, yeah, you're right. Miami cold. Like the people in Toronto, I was like, this is awesome. Oh my God, this is fantastic.
Speedos, enjoying it,
dude. Yes, they're swimming along with their Speedos, doing what they do. And
Fred the Croc by the Chit show, waving it out, Fred.
You know what Derek and I call Miami cold?
You know what?
I said, you know what Derek and I call Miami cold?
What?
Air conditioning.
Yeah. Listen, there's just something about this place. I've been traveling a lot lately, and there's something special about this city, right? And I think a lot has to do with the people, right? And then the food, man, this place is like getting like next level food. When I went to Paris, the food sucked. Everywhere I ate, it was like terrible. And I'm thinking, dude, like this should be good.
You're supposed to
In
be
London,
Paris.
the food was decent, right? In Spain, it
London's
was
not supposed to be
much
known for
better.
food. It should be the
No,
reverse.
it was much better than Paris.
Wow.
Much better. Now, like the scenery and the scenic stuff in Paris, yeah, they have that going for them. But I think, like I said, when you go and travel different places, you get to know why people are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? You can understand why people from Miami are the way they are because you see how they interact, how they like freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see all that. So,
Something to be
and
said
there's
about
nothing
life
like,
experiences. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
you cannot beat life experiences. You can read, you can study
Yeah.
as much as you want, but you know, life experiences go just so much farther. And I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be an awesome time.
Patty is trying to create a controversy here, Eric.
About the weight loss?
Yeah, you see that? She uses the word challenged.
I see that.
And actually, thank you, Patty, for sending him those chocolates last week for
And
his birthday.
sabotaging me? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. You know what? He needs a couple more, just a couple more boxes. Help him out. He looks
Mom,
a little sad.
address. I'm gonna send you Alfred's address. I was talking to him about Mally's chocolate, and he's like, "Oh, I can try some of that. Send some this way." So, Mom, do me a favor. I'm gonna give you his address. Send him some nut mallow. Alfred, you want to talk about like the best but most fattening stuff? It's marshmallow with freaking nuts in it, and it's a solid brick of chocolate around it. It's freaking. You'll eat it all.
Patty, I was walking your son off the ledge that day that you sent him that, just so you know. He's like, my mom just went ahead and sabotaged me. And I was like, what happened? He was like, I got some Mallies over here in my house. And I'm like, who the hell's Mally? You wouldn't understand, but my mom knows what she's doing.
Hey, I've been having some YouTube fun this past, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I did a little piece on the bridge on an insurance payout, and then
Wow.
some of the information I let my mouth kind of get ahead of my words, and I said 200 billion for the cost of a replacement when it was 2 million or 2 billion. There was a lot of millions and billions being bounced around in a little conversation I was having on YouTube, but I said 200 billion should have been 2 billion. However, when I typed out the description, I wrote that in the description. You know, it was there. And then I also like pinned like the first comment when somebody said, "Hey man, I think you meant to say 2 billion instead of 200." Yeah, it's 2. You know how many people will not read the comments, but they go, "Ah, I gotcha.
That's great for engagement.
The claws come out, man."
How many views did you get for that video?
I don't know.
I'm sure because of the engagement. Listen, when I'm at the boat ramp and I see a Chevy, I'm like, damn, that Ford is going under. And I know there's going to be guys, that's not a Ford, that's a damn Chevy. You know, so I'll troll like that. Yeah, go get your eyes checked. Meanwhile, I'm wearing my contacts. I got some binoculars.
It's just crazy how quick the fangs come out and the claws. You know?
Oh, look at Patty. I sent Mally's in Cleveland bars. Great.
No. She sent that to you last year, I think is what she's saying. When she sent you the Cavs jersey and stuff, remember?
Oh, okay, yes.
She did send you chocolate already.
You know, Patty, there's savages in this house that if I open something. The other day when I called the wife and I said, "Is everything okay inside?" I really meant that. It's because I'm scared of leaving here and going inside, right? And there's savages there, and sometimes I don't get anything, especially if it's anything sweet. It usually doesn't let me. I'm usually the last one to eat that, but I will try some. If you send some, I will definitely try some. Especially she's in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
So there was a place over there in that area called Mackinac Island, not far from Michigan, which is kind of like right there, and I'm sure people will know about this. They got the best fudge. Like the whole island is known for its fudge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's a walking sin. The whole place is just like you walk and there's a store here for fudge. And this guy said, "Let me go ahead and put shoelaces in my fudge." And the other guy says, "I'll beat that with, sprinkles with this." They just do all the craziest stuff, and it's amazing. And before you know it, somebody is rolling you back into your car because you can't. At the time that I went, you couldn't operate a vehicle there. It was only bike, right?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can only operate a bike in there. No motorized vehicles at all. Look it up, Mackinac Island.
I thought they had golf carts too. No, maybe not.
I probably couldn't afford it at the time. I was a kid. I don't know. But yeah, I do have some fond memories there with that.
Yeah. No, the fudge is good.
Andy,
Mom's wanting to know if Andy wants some Mally's too. If I need to have some.
that shouldn't even be a question, Patty. How's that cart coming along?
Ho. There you go. Yeah.
How's that cart coming along, Andy? What's going on with the cart?
All right. Well, the cart. I'm going to do a video on the cart here. I've got one more piece to go in place. That's the. I'm getting the aluminum camera mount built right now.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll be done in the next couple of days, and we can get that bolted on. And then I'm going to do a little video about it. But it's. I've tested everything, and it's very nice indeed.
Okay, guys, and for those that don't know, Andy, when he did the Dolly series, he reinvested a lot of the money he earned on amazing equipment so he can, be ready for any crazy or awesome next story, right? The next series you're going to
whatever event it is, we're ready to go.
Listen, when you guys both went down there to Georgia to film that young lady singing and those people singing on that barge, dude, it was, I wouldn't say it was like TV ready, but it was getting close. It was literally getting close. And there's just things that couldn't, like the movement of the dock, you can't control that, but I was like, yo, this is really high quality shit. And as somebody who live streams understands that. I know that, how much effort it is.
Alfred, it's not only that, but there was no cell phone reception where we were. Like none. Like
and think about that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, think about that. You guys, I mean, if I was those artists that day and I look back of my performance, I would have been like, yo, bow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you.
Every one of those guys I've heard from. Every one of the people that perform. Hey, man,
Andy,
appreciate you being there.
How couldn't they? You did such a fantastic job. And Derek, for the record, Andy behind the scenes was giving you a lot of accolades, saying that you killed it, you crushed it on the other end, what you were doing, right? And obviously we've done the last year's series in Christmas was just amazing too, right? That was like, that'll be something that will be forever treasured in the Montaner household, especially when Santa Claus came in at 6 a.m. and woke up Adonis and gave him his gifts, which was crazy.
Pretty good experience for Santa as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what you do this year. I'm going to be watching from here though. This is the first time my wife was like, we haven't been home the last like 3 Christmases. And I didn't really think about it. I was like, yeah, we're going to be home this year.
Yeah.
Because there's something about like seeing the kids walk down the stairs.
I totally agree.
And they see the Christmas tree there every day. And then, the way we've been doing it, they see the Christmas tree there every day, but then we go away somewhere. Oh, because look, last year we were with you. The year before we were in New Hampshire. Yeah. Which I think there was a couple of videos that we did over there in New Hampshire on the channel as well.
Some on the channel.
Which was freaking cold. Super cold up there. Let me tell you. I realized I had no idea or knew anything about cold until I experienced like New Hampshire cold. And then I went to Toronto where David and these people live. I'm like, you go to the boat ramp and there's ice there. I'm like, How do you prepare for this?
How do you get out of the house?
Oh no, listen. You see, one of the things the traveling, like we were saying earlier, how you learn so much. I realized why I get a certain amount of views at a certain time of year more than others. At 4 o'clock in the upper part of America, it's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark and cold. And I'm like this, hanging out in a probably regular t-shirt, but they're freezing. So now I understand why people are like, hey, you're bringing us the summer, a little bit of piece of the summer over here in Miami, da da da. And, but yeah, if you don't travel, I wouldn't. How would I know that? I won't know how to relate to certain parts of the world if I'm not there or understand that. But I am excited to see that cart, Andy. So stop holding out on us.
I want to get it finished before.
Is it going to Flibs?
It is. It's so going to Flibs.
It is.
You know why it's going to Flibs? Because I'm going to be like, hey, Andy, let's go to the Andy cam real quick. Get ready for it. Boom. Put a link. Throw it to Andy's camera.
I'm the one that's going to be operating it. I've got more hours on that than Andy does now.
He does. Derek does have more time on my camera than I do.
So how badass of a camera is that?
I bought a new lens for it last week. I bought the actual DJI lens that gives me zoom capabilities.
Okay.
The lens itself without throwing off the balance of the gimbal. It doesn't. All the lens zooming mechanism is inside of the lens, so you don't have an extension.
Nice.
The lens doesn't come out, so you don't throw off the gimbal. It's a game
changer.
changer.
What focal range is it?
17 to 30, 17-28, something like that.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Wide angle, perfect. 17 to 35 is perfect. And then for those that don't know, 17 is kind of like wide. 16, when you guys are seeing the Chit Show content on the boat shows, I'm filming 16 millimeters. The higher you go, the closer you get, right? And it's tighter. Like, for instance, right now, if I were on a 50 millimeter, I'd be this close. And it's horrible. So the focal length is super important to tell a story. When I'm at Black Point, I use like a 200, 70 to 200. So I could be not so close, and then I could zoom in. And Daniel's using a 100 to 400. So he can see everything on Chit Show Live, and he goes, and he can see the wrinkles on the side of someone's leg. Stretch marks too.
Did they sit
Wait for it. Wait for it. That's good to see. We got some people in here hanging out. We got 25 folks watching, guys. I hope you guys will smash that like button. It's not every day the food boat goes on the channel. So any updates or anything new on the food boat other than you moving back into it or moving all your stuff in there?
No, it's really just the move on right now. The stove's off. I took that off last week. I think once I get situated this week, I'll probably start tackling that project that Andy dropped off last year when we were all together.
Which was?
The Viking.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. That's big.
I'll probably start looking at the Viking.
That's heavy, dude.
Yeah. It's not as heavy as that stove I just took off, though. The stove was 500 pounds. The Viking's 250 pounds. So, like, I'll lose the ability to, like, roast and bake and stuff like that. But
are you doing much of that anyways? You're not really doing much of that anyways, right?
It would have been nice to do, like, mac and cheese or cobblers or stuff like that are like your
you can still do that. Put it in the top rack of the Viking. Just put it in the top rack of the Viking up there. Slow it down a little bit. It'll warm up and it'll be fine. You guys,
what's up with that carpet? Where's that carpet at that I gave you?
It's still in the garage. I gotta finalize this.
That's a good carpet for your barge.
It's a great carpet. Yeah.
It's on the grandpa boat. And now I actually have space to continue working on that because I got the other boat out of my way.
You did with your epic journey across America.
Dude, how annoying was that? You know,
Hey,
That was great
there's
for
a
me.
rumor.
I don't know for you.
There's a
It
rumor
was
going
terrible.
around that the grandpa barge is going to be at the boat show, getting shots from the water.
It's not going to happen.
That's
Only because I just don't have time. I don't have time. If listen, if I had time, right? If I had time to do it, I would do it. Right? It's a combination between time and money, right? Mostly time. Because when you put a little bit more time, you save yourself more money, right? But there's no need for me to have the grandpa boat right now. I wanted to have it for this summer and stuff like the grandpa boat is exactly like the Sunverado. Everybody wants it done, and Alfred has his own timing, and it's just gonna happen. Because now I got Aiden with a rig boat that he wants me to set up and fix up before even that, and
Why
I'm
don't you get
thinking,
Grandpa boat done for the Hard Rock? What do you call it? The Christmas parade, Winterfest.
that you see, I'll have a little bit more time because you see, at that point, I'm gonna slow down, right?
Uh,
Um, October. So October comes around, late October, which is the Flips Boat Show. So those
Yeah.
2 weeks of those 2.5 weeks of Flips prior to that, I'm going to be filming the behind the scenes. Nothing's going to happen on that point, right? I'm filming there,
Derek, this
showing
is
all
what
that.
happens when you get one of these guys that's just bouncing around between the East Coast and the West Coast, left coast, right coast.
I've made it big time, folks. I've made it big time. So leave me alone. It's my cake, and I'm going to eat it too.
he tells us, he says, you peasants have no idea what it's like to
You
live.
peasants have no idea. Screen that and start the video here. You peasants know nothing. No, listen. It just is. You have to have a balance, right? Like you know how bad it makes me feel knowing that Renee says, "Hey, get on the dinghy series and do a dinghy video," right? And I'm like, I can't film right now at Black Point, and that's like my bread and butter, right? When I'm not filming at Black Point, that's a problem. But you know what? The weather's not cooperating. So why am I going to go and spend hours over there for shitty content? I want people to enjoy the content that I do, and if I'm not enjoying it, they're going to know I'm not enjoying it, and then the content sucks. So I'm giving the Chit Show a little bit of a breather. I've obviously done all these things, the traveling and all that stuff. Now I'm preparing for this, you know, I mean, a lot of boat show content, which is not going to get a lot of views on my channel, which I don't care, because I want to give value to those that really enjoy that type of content. There's a lot of people that really have loved going to the boat shows with me, seeing all the boat shows since COVID. And it's like, I got to do this, right? This is something that they enjoy that I do. So, and it's actually, I've made a name for myself more in the world, in the boating scene, right? And that was kind of one of the reasons why I shaved too, is that I wanted people to see, hey, listen, there's another Alfred that a lot of people don't know. You know, they're the assumption that, oh, this, this guy's big personality, and all he says is bro every other word, and da da da. There's a method to my madness. I know what I do and why I do it, right? So, but the wife was like, I don't care what you're trying to move. She's like, that shit's going back on. So the wife trumped everybody.
Is that what
she picked it up off the ground and tried to super glue it on his face?
Hey, listen, I mean, I have never seen disgust on my wife's face like I did that day. She goes to me, you did that to yourself? You did that on purpose? And I'm like, what? You don't like? You don't like it?
A second grader that's got a hold of the scissors and giving himself.
Listen. It was worse. It was worse because the second grader, you can laugh at it and it's cute. He was looking at me like I was just the biggest moron of life, right? That I just ruined myself. And I'm like, I thought you would like it. She goes, clearly not. So that's the big debate over here. And then, so whatever.
Laying down the law. Get that beer.
Yeah, listen, I know the battles I can win and lose. That's not what I'm going to win. So, Beard, here we go. We're coming back.
That's good stuff. Well,
But it was good. It was good while it lasted.
I'm looking forward to October, to the boat show, and you hit the nail on the head about people who are finding that a lot of people found your show because of the boat show. But
Yeah.
I mean, think of how many people in this country would die to be at that boat show and just can't get it worked. They just can't get it worked out. Maybe they live so far away it would just be an extreme amount of time to try to take away from work or family or life to be able to come and do that. But yet you give them that opportunity to come down and see, hey, what's new. And a lot of people just like to follow the boat trends and see what's out there on the water. And that's a really cool aspect of what you're able to do for those folks.
I know it's early before the end of the year, but and we still got a couple months to go. And I've traveled the world so far, and I'm going to be traveling even more. But I will tell you, I don't think anything is going to be a bigger highlight in my year than hanging out with you guys over there in Baltimore filming the Dolly. That's when they ask me what you do in 2024, I'm going to say I traveled like crazy. But what I'm going to remember the most is those moments over there doing the filming of the Dolly. That's just what's gonna resonate in my mind the most.
I was thinking about this the other day. If it hadn't been for you two guys, I probably would have stayed in Georgia and tried to cover it from Georgia.
Oh no, it was too epic.
Forth, I would call Alfred, and Alfred's like, "Man, you got your backpack?" I'm like, "What? When are you leaving?"
Listen, that was a lot of talking behind the scenes, like, oh shit, you know what happened last night? What are you talking about? Dude, you gotta watch this. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Yeah. And that's where the whole series started. And I already forgot the gentleman's name of that house. What was her name?
Robin.
Oh my goodness. Like what a scenario, like a circumstance that opened up there, right? Because there's nothing or no one that can hide what you filmed in real time. To have 30,000 people in a live stream, dude.
Yeah, it was.
I love Alfred. You better not turn that mic off.
No.
If we have the opportunity on that ship, I want us to sit down and talk about that event. That was the YouTube highlight for me so far in my whole YouTube career was that time. And Alfred Monty texting me in the background, "Don't you turn off that mic! Don't you turn off that mic!"
That's when the shit show was getting good. And then I hear the uncomfortableness of Andy, and I'm immediately texting Andy, whatever you do, do not, under any circumstance, turn off that mic. Just let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. No matter what happens. Whatever they say. And dude, all you hear is in the comment section, it might be about time to just go ahead and stop the audio. So, guys, that is gold because that's the reality. It is the reality. And look how we're looking back now and laughing at it, right? That's why when people, when the Sun Verado happened and I'm filming, and I'm like, with my phone at the time, because when the Sun Verado happened, I was like, dude, I don't care what this guy's gonna scream at me, and probably say, what are you doing? Why are you just filming this? Like, do something and help. And I was like, if I don't film this, nobody's gonna believe this has actually happened or happened.
It never happened, right?
Yeah, it never happened. Like how many times have you heard a story and it's like, or you try to tell a story and you're like, dude, I can never tell it how it was shown, like the expressions on the people's faces and the moments, and I mean, it's just when things are genuine, they're genuine.
Tiger was moderating the channel and the chat that was going on. And I later talked to him, and he said, "Listen, that thing was just free rolling. It was there was no stopping it. It was."
Dude, I for me, like I said, and I've done some cool shit this year, right? I've done some really cool shit. But seeing a car in the middle of the night in the hood with no wheels on, trying to get Taco Bell with
Taco Bell run,
and you see some random folks there. That's not shit you see or do every day, right? And then you're going to film in behind essentially a crack house, or what I would consider a crack house, and the people that lived there weren't, right, but it was rough, right? Yeah, and I remember telling Andy, I was like, "Hey, have you filmed here at night? How sketchy is it?" and then Andy goes, "Well, you're gonna find out right now. You and Derek are gonna go get some Taco Bell." and you know how Google Maps just betrays you, right? It takes you the shortest, most dangerous route possible. So me and Derek are like, and then I get these messages. I'm getting these messages behind the scenes from people from Baltimore, right? Because I do these epic interviews, and I'm literally getting messages showing the people that I'm interviewing saying from Baltimore, "Alfred, why would you do us people from Baltimore like this? This is not all of us." and then I would get comments in the comment section. Alfred clearly has no idea where he's doing a walking tour.
Yeah. I'm working with what I got here, folks.
Hey, but I'll tell you, it was just an incredible series. I'm glad I was able to contribute slightly, and between what you did in the Dolly and the Golden Ray.
It was awesome, and you guys, my gosh, I wouldn't have been there without you two. I mean, who else in the world can I call at 4:30 in the afternoon and say, "Hey, man, put some stuff in the bag. I'll be by to pick you up in 3 hours." And that was to Derek right over there.
Yeah.
Derek, and he went. And we loaded up and took off.
So you want to know one of the most embarrassing things, because I'm sitting here kind of editing. I need to get a PC on the boat. The laptop just it potatoes when I start editing too much. But so one of the things I'm working on is the story of how the food boat went from last year's food boat to this food boat, so I can then go into the episodes. You know, I left my dad twice in the middle of that project. The one time I left him for us to go fishing or shrimping down in Miami, right? Like, Dad was working on the boat when I left him for that one. And then that was a
good time, though. The fishing was a good time, though. The shrimping was cool.
A great time. And then the other time I left him was when I'm sitting there and I'm at Lowe's, and Andy calls me and goes, "Hey, man, I'm on the way to pick you up." And I step outside of Lowe's to call my dad. I'm like, "Dad, I hate to do this to you, but Andy's on the way to pick me up. Are you okay with working on the boat yourself?" And
I've been doing it myself the whole time, son. I mean, come on, seriously.
That was a running joke. That was the whole joke of the thing.
Come on. I mean, you're emotional support at that point, right? But listen, I'm sure your dad enjoyed doing it more by himself.
Andy to say, "Come get this guy." I think there was a behind the scenes text going on there.
I believe that as well. Absolutely. Who's going on in the chat? What do you got? Pat O'Brien tuned in just for men info commercial. Salty says the Queen gets straight to the point. Oh boy. You know, they're pretty active here on the chat. So you got some editing going on, and then how's Doc? Is he still making moonshine over there in Georgia?
He is his brewing partner, the other part of the brain trust that are involved in that.
Doc is the best thing ever. He's the funniest freaking person you'll see in Georgia.
Oh man, that guy is hilarious.
The day he said to us when we were having dinner, and he goes and he looks at my wife, he goes, "Yeah, Aiden left me." Aiden was like, "No, I didn't." You would have sworn he would have had like a manslaughter charge for, elderly abuse.
That was a big thing.
Yeah. So for context,
where's your dad? There's no telling.
So for context,
looking for your dad. He's gone.
How old is Doc?
85 now.
Okay, so Doc is 85. He's got his own car, but we needed a car to follow the sleigh and Santa and his elves.
And teddy bears.
And yes, and then they were helping, and all of a sudden they had to park in a narrow road a little bit before us, and then they had to move. Aiden's outside helping pass out the bears that you guys actually contributed to, like all the people in the chat. And he goes back and he's like, "Dad, Doc is gone." So Doc goes back and says, "Yeah, your son left me." He was passing out the bear. It was the funniest thing ever, because Aiden's response and Doc's response was just, both of them were exactly how you expected both of them to react. And to me, that will be something I'll never forget. I'll live with that story forever. And so Aiden. Aiden was like, Aiden was dying.
It was
laughing.
hilarious.
He still talks about this stuff.
Hey, you know what I can't wait to do is get with you guys on the cruise, just to do what we're doing here. I mean, this is going.
Listen, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think those that come out are going to experience a lot of what we experience privately too, and it'll be a setting that we can actually give people the real, at least enough time to get to know other sides of us, right? And I think it's just going to be cool. I mean, when they asked me, "Oh, well, why don't you do something that we can all go?" I was like, "All right, the only thing we can do." Because I have to think about all scenarios, right? If some people are elderly, some people are old, some people, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. And, some of the worst things that I hate is when somebody says or sends me a message and says, "Hey, Alfred, I just want to let you know that my dad was a huge fan of your channel. And one of his things before he passed, he said he would love to have met you." And I'm like, dude, like I think about those moments and how many times I've heard that same thing. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, here's your chance. Like, let's do something. Get to know not just me. At that point, you're gonna see my family, And let's be real here, right? It's like whenever you're in the limelight or in this world, right? You're vulnerable in the sense that you're opening up your life to a lot of people you don't know. You guys know me, right? They don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like. So you're like literally here, this is me and this is everybody. And, that's why I'm kind of protective with my family, that little by little, I've brought them into the whole YouTube thing. I'm bringing them in a little bit with members only, but I don't want them to respond or feel bad because somebody says something on a certain level that maybe they don't understand how to deal with. Right. So,
right.
And me, me, I can care less. Like the other day when I was in California, the guy goes, "Are you even American?" I was like, "Hold on a second. I got a race card over here. I got a race card. There's a race card right here. Race card 7 right here. I got it here." So that guy, and let me tell you something. I put the heat on that guy. And I knew exactly what I was doing because, I mean, the humiliation of him walking right past me, looking like he was so scared. And me just putting the camera, I was like, let me put the camera right in his face here, right here. There you go. And he's like this. I was like, dude, anybody that has a brain knows exactly what I did, But I got that shot, and I was like, I wanted to meet 2 subscribers, Matt and Elva, which I had talked to the night before. Really nice people. And he's actually on the Voxer chat that I have. And he told me, hey, listen, I'm going to be leaving out of this area. It should be pretty busy if you want to go check out the boat ramp. So I did. I was tired. I wanted to get a place anyways close by. So I said, all right, it's on the way. Let me go over there and I'll meet them, probably around 10, 11, 8 o'clock in the morning. I got that clip and I was like, see ya. I'm gone. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Elba. I got the thing I got and I'm gone, but look, I think they might come to the cruise. He's a police officer and I don't know what I forgot what she does, but yeah, seems like really, really nice people. I had some people that I called yesterday when Roland told me he was giving me the list of the people who are already starting to reserve for the cruise. I said, he sent me a message that they had sent, I guess on one of the chats. And I can't see all the messages, right? I get bombarded with messages all the time. I got over 1,000 videos. And I called them personally. And I started my conversation like, wait for it. And she goes, hello? Is this a recording? Who are you voting for this year? So I went ahead and I spoke to them, thanked them. And it was kind of cool, right? And just a little bit of time that I spoke to them, I got positive feedback on certain things that I needed to make sure that I know. And this first cruise is going to be, because it's going to be this is the first one. This first cruise is going to be a lot of a learning experience for me personally. Roland is actually very experienced doing all this. So I wanted to have somebody that's experienced doing this. So it makes everything easier. But I still have to do things the way that I would like to do them with my creativity, right? So there's a lot of things I've asked for from the cruise line. I told them, I said, listen, I want to see if I can get a walkthrough of the engine compartment if possible. I want to see if I can get to the fly bridge, talk to the captain. Like I threw it all out there, Let's see, and we'll see what happens. If it might be cool, they might be receptive, they might not. Who knows? We'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Figure it out as we go. That's going to be really cool.
But how cool would it be just to see the engine compartment on a cruise ship?
Yeah,
and film that. That would be like awesome. Because look, like immediately I will think about I'll ask this question, Andy, compared to the dolly, how is this? Think about that. Like that's a big thing that you're like, wow, okay, this is next level stuff.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for it to happen. No doubt. All right, guys, listen, I'm getting ready to bounce out of here. I got to go take care of a couple of things. But I got to tell you, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys here on a Sunday afternoon on the return from Steinhatchee, Florida. It was.
We want to see it. We don't no. Just show us on YouTube. We want to see it.
Guys, take care,
guys. Andy Jones from the Menorcan Mullet. Check him out if you haven't on YouTube. Andy Jones from the Menorcan Mullet. 25 people in here. We got what? How many likes do we got in here, guys? Do we got any likes in here? I mean, I hope so. I'm getting some chocolates in the mail, so I'm happy. I'm gonna work on the treadmill 20 minutes more each day just to fight that off just in case, so you're not so happy.
Yeah.
So you do definitely look a lot thinner, especially in your face. Big difference.
Yeah, it's there. It's
big difference. It's big, and you must feel great.
Yeah, I'm hungry all the time right now, but yeah, because mine's diet and exercise. Like I'm on a big calorie deficit.
But listen, it's not bad to have a good old steak every now and then. Just don't have it with bread and all the things that come with it.
Oh yeah. Like when you and I talked Thursday, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get a steak right now." I mean, what? Like I lost like 3 or 4 pounds that night because I think my body needed it.
Your body's going to need stuff like that. Your body's going to need proteins and stuff. I'll tell you, when I went a couple times to the Appalachian Trail, and I walked with a buddy of mine's, it's amazing how the nutrition and the nutrients in food fill your body, right? The nutrients, you feel them going into your muscle when you're so depleted.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like 10, 12 hours going up and down mountains and,
Right.
and then when you're that spent and you actually eat something and you feel the nutrition like literally getting into your body and it's replenishing you, you're like, wow. And I mean, the body is a perfect machine, and if you take care of it, it's going to do a lot of cool shit.
Well, Joe Keating usually always talks when he talks about the body. It's amazing the way he analyzes it and stuff because he's like, you can work on stuff with your fingers, right? You can go out and you can move dirt all day long with your fingers, and you can do that over the course of a lifetime.
Yeah,
and your fingers are there, but you do that with a piece of equipment or a tool, and you're going to wear it out. The metal fatigue's eventually going to kick in. It's going to break. Like a shovel, the wood's going to break. It's like something's going to break.
Yeah.
But like your body just every day, like you go to sleep and it starts working at rebuilding again. And it is amazing what it does. Yeah.
I mean, eventually we all like get to that old tractor,
Hey, we
eventually lose the fight, but along the way, it's a nice fight. All Red Outdoors. I lost 22 pounds in 10 days on the AT. What's that? Atkins or what?
Probably. I wonder. Yeah.
Well, listen, I am gonna jump off as well. I wanted to go live from YouTube today, but the weather's shit over here. So maybe tomorrow's a better day. I'll film Labor Day, and we can. I don't know. We'll continue. We'll continue talking shit on the cruise. Do you want me to send you the link? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something because it'll probably be easier. I'm gonna put the QR code that I have here on my phone.
Yeah, put it there. I'm also going to post the link right now in chat for those who are considering it to look at it. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. I don't know what I did with my passport, so I'm trying to go through the registration right now, and it's not letting me get past the passport stage.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to work, but
yeah, I don't know if it is or isn't.
Okay, so you might want to email Roland, because Roland, I believe, said that with a certified birth certificate,
yeah,
you can go.
Well, I'll have my passport figured out by February. Like I said, I just don't know what I did with it. I can't find it on the boat. I can't find it at the house. I can't find it in the car. So I need to get a new passport. But yeah, for those that
it's in the border somewhere. It's in the border somewhere. You're wanted. All right, there it is. He put the link on there, guys. That's the link right there to register if you guys are interested. Yeah, right now there's a Venezuelan right now in Aurora, Colorado, using your passport. Derek from the food boat, the criminal.
The shame. The thing is that like that poor bastard doesn't realize what is actually attached to my passport. They should have stolen somebody else's.
Second check, please. Come here. Third check.
Yeah, you're the one. You're the one that sank that boat over in Charleston. You're the one that did like.
How much money do you owe us?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. It was always a pleasure, guys. The food boat. Subscribe if you're watching after the fact. It's always awesome. Check out these other channels as well. Andy from Menorcan Mullet, and then mine's is actually my name, Alfred Montaner, and I'm the host of the Chip Show. Patty, you don't need to overnight the chocolate. 2 days is sufficient. All right.
She'll do it. You put that thing out there, she's gonna do it.
No. Don't put the pressure on her. 2 days max. Please. 2 days max. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good weekend.
Alfred. Thanks again, man.
All right, guys.
Oh man. All right. Well, that was awesome. I'm glad they came in as early as they came in. I do have a dog back there that y'all see is just kind of wanting to go out and do something. He's tired of being locked up on the boat. So the water's not in yet. We're going to have to go up to the pond. So I'm going to have to let y'all go here. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you again here soon. We need to do this more often. Sorry, I have been a slacker, but we'll start doing it every now and then. Y'all take care.